Hello, welcome to the Tower of David, welcome to Jerusalem, and today we're on a time travel back to 2,000 years ago when the city of Jerusalem was celebrating its most festive days in the Second Temple period. There are 3 times in the Jewish year that the city is a little extra festive. We're talking about the 3 major pilgrimages to Jerusalem. Yes, that's right, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. They tell that in these times in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago, the city would actually double in size because there were hundreds of thousands of visitors coming into the city in order to take part in the celebrations. The people of Jerusalem would gladly open their houses to the thousands and hundreds of thousands of visitors coming into Jerusalem to take part in the festivities so that nobody is left without a place to rest after the very long journey to Jerusalem. We are now standing on top of the Fatzael Tower, one of the 3 towers that decorated King Herod's magnificent palace here in Jerusalem. You can't talk about the Second Temple period in Jerusalem without talking about the builder king, King Herod. They say that during those times, you could stand on this balcony and watch over to the Temple Mount and see the hundreds of thousands of pilgrims making their way up to the Temple Mount, up to the temple, which stood where the Golden Dome stands today. We are now standing down below the Fatzael Tower. Just check out these gigantic stones from which the tower is constructed of. See how large they are, how the chiseling is very fine. This is a landmark, it's a staple of King Herod. Do these stones look familiar to you? Yes, that's right. These are the same type of stones that were used to build the Western Wall, one of the 4 walls that made up the huge platform on top of which the Second Temple stood. In addition to the Fatzael Tower, King Herod left us a few more souvenirs around the citadel. Let's go check them out. Among the souvenirs that King Herod left us here in the citadel is the royal pool in which I'm standing right now, as well as the foundations of the palace, which were excavated inside the Kishle building not too far from here. The excavations discovered that the foundations were so massive that the researchers estimate that the palace stretched far and wide over a platform that was 350 meters long and 150 meters wide. A structure that was along the same lines as Herod's big construction projects, such as the Northern Palace in Masada, Herodian, Caesarea Port, or of course the Temple Mount and the Second Temple. All major construction pieces that prove that nature itself will bow down to the will of the king. I'm standing by the Fatzael Tower from King Herod's time, and this tower actually takes us back to this monumental character of King Herod. But there are also small findings that take us to the everyday person. People who came here to Jerusalem 2,000 years ago, the small findings bring us to the individual. So I have in my hand this coin from 2,000 years ago that was found here in the citadel. They found a box during the conservation process. They found a box that was left here with things that were found in the tower in the 1980s dig that took place here. One of the findings was this ancient coin, which has on one side the character of the major god from Phoenician culture. On the other side, this image of an eagle, meaning that this is the shekel of Tyre, meaning it's not from the land of Israel, it's from far away, and it's from the Second Temple period. This was mentioned in the rabbinical texts, in the Talmudic writings, as the coin which was used by the pilgrims to pay for the communal sacrifice, the half-shekel temple tax. This is a token from the past that was found in our times here, which really reminds us of where we come from. This coin is a very rare coin which was found, even though it's told in the Talmudic writings that this was the coin that was used to pay the tax of the temple. Not many of these were found, so this is a very special find that we came across as a surprise during the works of the conservation. It's exciting to think that maybe this very coin was passed on between the hands of those pilgrims who came here to Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. It's even more exciting to think that it also passed from one time period to the next and was found here in the Tower of David Museum, which tells the story, the history of Jerusalem of over 4,000 years. This is a wonderful meeting point between Jerusalem of the past and Jerusalem of today.